Hey guys, I'm answering my last question. Actually, I should have answered this Sunday or Saturday, but I got lost track of time. This question is coming from Christine, and she's asking, "What LMS would you recommend our school to implement, and why?" She says there are many out there. Yes, we all know that, of course, there's a lot, and they're still making some. And we are trying to make a smart decision based on their pros and cons. We are a one-to-one Chromebook campus. Thank you. So, um, good news. At least you are, sounds like to me like you are a Google Apps for Education district. Um, I'm gonna be honest, I really can't answer what's the best LMS for you. I can talk about features that I like within LMSs, um, and I can talk about, I guess, what I prefer. Um, to be honest, you also want to think about, and those of you who don't know what an LMS is a learning management system where you're putting all of your curriculum, or the majority of your curriculum, in one platform for students and teachers to access, principals, anybody to access. Okay, so I'm going to show you um, what I prefer. For my district, we have purchased Schoology, and of course, Schoology, it looks just like a teacher Facebook. Um, we have just developed a program for our teachers where they can go in and they can access um, how to integrate technology into their classrooms. So this is for our teachers, of course. You can do this with your students as well. And really, for all intents and purposes, it's just creating folders. I don't want to go too deep into it, but creating folders, adding assignments, quizzes. You can set the times when you can have those sent out. They can be integrated with your gradebook. A lot of these LMSs can do that. This one is linked to Google Drive. Since you are a Google Apps for Education district, try Google Classroom. Um, I kind of like it because it's very streamlined. You can have your classes set up. They can join classes if you are familiar with uh, platforms like Brain Pop or Plickers or things like that, where you have to get an access code to sign in. This is kind of like what Google Forms is. I mean, Google Forms, Google Classroom. Your classrooms are already set up, and you just give students the access code to join in. Now, this is if you're in a Google Astro Education District, this is already added. Um, so I kind of like this for some like assignments, but not really as far as a whole classroom setting, because I think it lends itself to more of a particular assignment or a particular unit that you're doing, and not a full-fledged course. And again, that is my opinion. There are other sites out there like Edmodo, Canva. The one thing that I suggest you do is you should get a team together. You should get and this is just my opinion, you need to get a team of teachers. You need to get, of course, obviously, the ones who pay the money, the big wigs about admin, principals. You need to get groups from all aspects of education in your district to see what's going to work. One of the things that you need to look at is, does it integrate within your gradebook? That was a big thing in our district. Can whenever we're using an LMS, can it work seamlessly within the grade book? So meaning that in my LMS, if I give a grade of an 85 in my grade book separately, it should have an 85. So I don't have to go back and forth. Uh, for some, it's not that big of a deal, but some really care about that. Um, ask for trials. A lot of these LMS platforms give free trials for you to play around with. It doesn't hurt to ask because they're bidding for you. They're trying to work for you. They're trying to get their way in there. You also want to think about, even though you do use Chromebooks, think about all the other programs that you have probably purchased in your district that aren't necessarily Chromebook based or just program based. I'm thinking of a couple like, say, Imagine Learning, iStation, things like that. Um, how will those fit within your LMS? Think about your people in high school. You want to think all the way from kindergarten all the way to the 12th grade. What does it look like when a student takes this LMS in the 12th grade level versus the kindergarten level? Something to consider. And how long do you want to have the LMS? Is it going to be easy to migrate and change over to something else? Or is it going to be easy to migrate your material that you have now into the elements that you decide to purchase? And can that company help you with that? Those are things that you really need to like be hard nosed and ask them, because also a lot of the elements are really just there. Some of them, sad to say, are there just to sell a product and give it to you, and they've already made their money, and they move on. So, are they going to support you throughout the year? Don't be afraid to ask those questions. Don't be afraid to ask for trials, even at metal, things like that. So, again, I really hope that answers your question. So, look into Schoology, look into Google Classroom, look into Canvas, look into Blackboard, look into all of those. Get trial runs. Don't just settle on one thing. Get a committee together of teachers, principals, special ed people. I mean, just from all over, and see what is going to work. Have some teachers pilot certain things in their classrooms, just to see. Okay, I like this feature. I don't like this feature. Um, it's going to take a while, and I know with districts you have this much money to spend something, you need to hurry up and spend it, but take your time and see what works for you. So I hope that answers your question. Everybody else out there, guys, thank you so much for allowing me to work with School Ask and answer all your questions. I hope to do this again next time. I will see you guys later on. Thanks.